Hey guys, my name is Ben.
This is Andrew.
And today we continue with the RWBY Reactions Guide series with Chapter 10, True Colors. I didn't read the name of the chapter last time. Perfect Storm. Perfect Storm.
You might have.
I might have.
You might have did it like before the before we hit record, but he might have. I think he did say it, guys.
I might have said it before we started recording.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
Oh. All right. So anyway, go.
All right. So last episode, it was pretty much a whole episode of Cinder and Watts telling Raven how it's about to go down because they look, you see that Spring Maiden? They gonna take us to the relic, or she gonna take us to the relic. She gonna unlock it for us, and we're gonna take it back to Salem. And then Raven goes, "I'll do you one better. How about this? You help kill my brother, and we'll help you get the relic." And they're like, and then Cinder's like, "Yeah, I can do that."
That's not necessarily one better, but yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, we'll help you. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. You scratch my back, type situation.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah, I got you. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? So, and then Cinder, of course, is like, yes, revenge? Question mark? Yes. I would love to get another piece of Ruby. Yeah, let's do this. And then Watts is like, if this is really over a grudge with a girl, I will have no part in this if it falls apart. And then Salem or Cinder goes, "All right, fine. All right, go home and build your technology crap, dude. I'm gonna be worried about throwing the hands." And they shook hands on it. And then after that, Vernal has a little talk with, or I guess we found out that Vernal actually followed them to where they were staying. And then she comes back and reports to Raven. Raven, they talk for like a couple seconds. And then she pretty much says, you know, we're not going to help them. We're going to help ourselves. We're getting the relic for ourselves. Because no matter how much we help Salem, she will never leave us alone. So we're going to take it for ourselves so we have a way to fight Salem. That's pretty much what she said. And then she goes, "You don't worry about your daughter's going to be a part of this all." And then she goes, "She made her choice." So
she didn't answer.
She didn't. Oh, that's right. She didn't answer.
She didn't answer, but she did. But she didn't. She answered, but she didn't answer that question.
Yeah.
Right. So.
And then next thing you know, it kind of cuts out from there. All we see for a split second is Oscar come to Crow and say, "Ospen wants to talk to you," and then Crow goes, "All right," and then he gets up and walks. Yeah. All right. He gets up and walks away to follow Oscar, and then it switches back over to the Belladonna's estate, and we see Corsic, Finnick, and Gara fighting. Gira fighting, and they're fighting. And then Sun comes in from behind, kicks one of the dudes in the head, bow! And then he's a part of the fight, and then Blake comes in, and then they were all three gonna start fighting Corsic and Finnick, and then her dad was like, "Go check on your mother now. If this worthless runt you have here is worthy, he can stay here and prove it."
That's not what he said.
That's not what he said, but that's how I'm gonna word it.
But it's fine.
It works. And someone's like, "Go ahead, Blake. I got this. We got this." And then he's probably just like, "Yeah, this guy's a chump." But okay. and then,
well, we know Sun got the hands.
Sun got hands.
Sun got the hands. He got the staff. He got the pistols.
When we were first introduced to him, the nunchuck pistols were super dope.
Gunchucks.
Yeah, gunchucks. They were super dope. Okay, but back to where we were. So then she goes to check on her mom, and she runs into Ilya, and then we get this cool like picture where she's like, "Oh," and then Ilya's like, "Oh," and then yeah. So that's how it ended.
Okay.
Ended it with a little bit of and a little bit of
Yep. This one's called True Colors.
Okay.
What do you think?
Hey, we're gonna find something out here. We're gonna find someone's true colors.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god! It's like I'm catching on or something, you know? I don't know.
It's almost like the titles are obvious or something.
I know, man. It's like I know everything about the episode now. Why watch it? Can we go to the next one now?
Dude, yeah. Let's just read the titles until the end of the show.
You're just gonna let me guess it. If I'm right, we'll watch it. If I'm right, we won't watch it. If I'm wrong, we'll watch it. Now we're doing this.
Oh, speaking of you catching up, for anyone who's curious, if I've timed it correctly, he'll be joining me for my reactions to chapter 11 on, like, so 11, 12, 13, and 14 of Volume 8. But maybe it's 12. It's 11 or 12. I don't remember. But
See you the last 4 or 3 episodes of the Shower Volume 8. I'll be with you.
yeah. So you're gonna have not only my reactions from 2 through 11 or 2 through 10 or whatever.
It is. Yeah.
But we'll have you added in, and it'll no longer be a reaction and guide series. You'll be added into the reaction.
Yeah.
So
like a straight reaction talk.
I think I'll put it in both. I think I'll put it in both my playlist and your playlist. But
just so it reaches more people.
Things are looking good, Oz.
Ever the optimist. While I would not say our current predicament is ideal, I think we can both agree that the situation could be much worse. Humanity is a resilient force.
Oz. Pro huntsmen like that don't just bite it all at once. Salem's powerful, and it seems like her reach is growing by the day. What does that say about humanity?
That there are indeed a misguided few who have filled their hearts with malice. It doesn't take a great number of people to cause harm, but I still believe there are far more people in this world willing to prevent it.
true.
He drops terms.
Excuse me?
Ah, Miss Rose. Join us. We were just about to gather everyone to discuss our next steps.
Oh, great.
Something on your mind, kiddo?
If it's okay to ask.
Of course.
Well, we've been talking about the Relic at Haven and the Spring Maiden, but what about the Fall Maiden?
Cinder.
Does that mean Salem has the Beacon Relic?
Very astute, Miss Rose. I was wondering who would be the first to ask.
Oh, true.
No. Thankfully, she does not. It's true that the Relic at Haven is very much at risk, and for now, that should remain our primary focus. Let's just say I made finding the Relic at Beacon a bit more challenging than at the other schools.
Oh. Huh. That's good to hear.
It is. But let's not forget the challenges that still lie before us.
Beacon Relic.
Now, is there
Relic
anything
of
else I can
choice.
help you with?
Well, I did have one more question.
No, my cane is not a relic.
I have no more questions.
Yes, while this cane is indeed very precious to me, it is also just that. Precious to me. While I admit it still has a few more tricks up its sleeve, I can firmly say that being a relic isn't one of them. Now why don't you run and get the other students?
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be there.
Who was it?
It was Leo. Says he had a breakthrough with the council. Thinks he might be able to get together a small raiding party for the bandits. He wants us to meet up at the school tomorrow night to walk us through it.
Really? Oh, that's great! I'll go get the others.
Great. Set up,
In
dog.
case you forgot, that's the guy who voices Broly.
That
Case you
sounds
forgot.
drastically
Told you
different
like
from your
8
original
times, but-
conversation, does it not?
One of us voices Crow.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Things aren't looking good, Oz.
I know.
Did the same person voice Broly twice? The first Broly too? Or no?
I don't know.
Is this for the current Broly?
I still have
I think
questions
so.
for you.
I think so.
You're not alone in that.
You know, I never expected you would be the one to have the guts to betray Oz. Which makes me wonder, what does she have on you?
I'm helping her for the same reason you are. I'm afraid. We can't stop her. No one can.
That's why I tried to leave when I did. I'm not afraid. I'm smart.
You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. We're here, helping her. I've crossed a line. I've done things that Ozpin will never forgive, and he shouldn't. I don't know where I go from here.
Man up. You did what you had to do to survive. There is no shame in that.
Who are you trying to convince?
Oh, pick your papers up, bro. How you gonna be a professor? A headmaster?
Trash can.
Do you have a better idea?
Quiet now.
Did you come in here to hide?
I told you, I didn't want this.
But you're still here.
I don't have a choice.
Of course you do! Just stay out of my way.
Remember, they're both familiar with each other
Yeah.
very well.
Ooh.
Why do you feel like we have to hurt people to get our way?
Because it works.
That doesn't make it right.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah.
I just said that to you before we started recording.
Yeah.
Stop lecturing me! Why couldn't you just leave?
Because I run away too much. Sorry, Dad.
Quit taking pot shots and fight me like you mean it! You used to see things the way I did, the way Adam did. If no one's going to do anything to stop the humans that attack us, then the only choice we have left is to attack back!
You're wrong. There's always another choice. Ilya, please. You're a good person, but you're making all the wrong decisions.
Shut up!
Is this really what your parents would have wanted?
I don't know what else to do! I don't know what else to do.
Just stab her in the face. Dang it, Blake. Ah, crap. Where the heck is Sun at?
No. That's gotta hurt so much.
You trying to get in a fist fight with my mans?
I mean, they were even.
Yeah, I know. That was insane.
What are you doing? Fight!
So if you don't get your old nunchuck self having up in there, I'll have a problem with you. There he is.
Go help Blake. On it.
Dude, her sword's broken. Just shoot her face, please. Just finish it. Oh crap. Like, here, join your mom and dad, you bum.
So toxic. So toxic.
Please.
What, was son gonna kill her and she didn't want him to? Good. She's annoying. Oh, he showed her love. She better respect it. That's tough. Play of the game.
Mom!
Your mom is a savage. She just carried him by his neck and was like, yeah, light work.
You ruined everything. Everything!
Hey, welcome to the squad. Hey, nobody died that I care about. Let's go.
I feel like you were about to say no one died, and then you realized someone died.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, let me.
Yeah. Yeah, no one died. That was cool. So we're straight.
That was Aquaman. Look at him.
Get in there. Search
Carry 'em
for any
both.
stragglers. We came as
Carry 'em
soon as
both.
we got the call.
I know.
And
Yeah.
Finnick?
They deserve to be decapitated right there in front of the whole nation. Just do it.
Was
Piss
it
that off.
worth it? Blake!
You might want to watch it, Daddy. She got hands. I mean, we didn't even get to see the hands.
Humans didn't do this. We did this. Faunus. We did this to ourselves. We're just as capable of hate and violence as the humans, but I don't think any of us would jump at the chance to point that out. So why are we letting Adam do it for us? By doing nothing and staying silent, we let others speak and act in our place. And if we're not proud of the choices they make, then we have no one to blame but ourselves. This is the message Adam Taurus will bring to the world if no one stops him. But we can stop him. You have to understand that all of you are looking for simple answers to a very complicated problem. And I can't give that to you. I don't know how to make hate go away. I don't. But I know that this kind of violence is not the solution. I understand that to ask you to leave your homes and protect Haven Academy is asking you to put your lives at risk. But that's what's at stake. So I'm going. And I'll stand by myself if I have to.
I'll stand with you. If you'd have me.
Isn't that the white finger?
I thought she hated the boat.
You're not going anywhere.
Let her come.
Huh? You're just going to forgive her? After everything she did?
I am.
Hey. He said, my daughter speaks, you listen, dog.
What does she think she's doing?
She's learned a lesson that evaded me until I was much older. That there is strength in forgiveness.
Horse.
I'll go.
Hey, the big body dude that he was talking to. I remember that guy.
I'll stand with you.
Hey.
It's like, man, we should have burned our own house down a long time ago.
The white thing did this. Oh, okay. It's awful.
Stabbed me.
Ow!
There. Let's just call it even.
It's a very Sun thing to do.
Yeah, I know, right?
We have about 2 weeks before Adam's attack on Haven. We're going to need shields, training, whatever we can do to protect as many people as possible.
We'll need transportation too, for everyone.
I think I know a ship captain who owes us a favor.
Ship captain.
The beginning when they fought the dragon?
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Shao Kahn Jr.
What?
Oh, no, Shao Kahn, that's a different guy. Shinron, my fault. I said Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn.
Like, what?
Totally different character.
I think this was all... Oh, no, okay.
Start off with the relic. Start off with the relic.
Yeah, so we were talking about
Beacon. Start off with Beacon.
how the situation does not seem very good right now.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of stuff going on in this area. Lionheart's acting a little sus. Might be an imposter. I don't know.
Might be. We vote Lionheart off.
But let me see. And then it's like Ruby comes in and is like, I was wondering about, since we're dealing with like the spring stuff, what about the fall stuff that already happened?
Yeah.
Does that mean this? And he's like, I'm very smart, very, very good. And he's like, no, she doesn't have it. And she's like, well, she was about to ask, and he's like, it's not my cane either.
Where?
So what do you, if
you said it's more difficult than
so why do you think if he was I'll tell you this, in the world of Remnant, when we watched about the Great War, and it talks about the king who built the schools.
Yeah.
Ozpin stated he built those schools, so he was the king.
Oh. Dude, so he was the wizard, he was the king. He was like everything this man.
But remember, he reincarnates.
Yeah, reincarnates. Yeah.
So it's not necessarily him, right? That's why the last one, Ozpin, the last form we knew, was the youngest prodigy, right? And then she was like, Raven was like, well, that's how he planned it. Like, well, yeah, of course. Like,
yeah.
So,
I mean, so I don't know what the relic is, to be honest with you, man. And he said it's the most complicated one, so I don't.
And it is the relic of choice. So why do you think he would keep that one specifically near him? Because that was his school.
Yeah.
He was the headmaster of that school.
Yeah.
So do you think it was just like, you know, just roll the dice and, you know, like flip a coin?
No, I think the relic of choice clearly has significance. I mean, it's literally called the relic of choice.
So you have 4 relics. We don't know what they do. Or, I mean, I know, but you don't know.
Yeah.
Right. So we have creation, destruction, knowledge, and choice. Right. The one we're currently working with was knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think it is knowledge. No?
Yeah.
Knowledge,
yeah, relic of knowledge. Yeah. So you have the relic of knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's the one where we're at right now in Haven. Right. And we know creation is in Atlas, destruction is in Vacuo, and we know that choice is in Vale.
Yeah.
Or Beacon, if you wanted. I didn't use any of the school names besides Atlas, but that's like the same thing. So whatever. So, out of the, what do you think they do? Do you have any idea what these relics may do?
But I mean, the other relics seem very specific on what they do, because they literally are knowledge, destruction, and what's the other one?
Knowledge, destruction, creation. So you have creation and destruction, god of creation, god of destruction, and then the 2 things they added to create humans, which was knowledge, so they can learn about themselves and choose whether they want it to be good or bad.
And that's well, I was gonna say, I think the relic of choice is so significant because I mean, it gives you choice. I mean, knowledge gives you wisdom, and then the other ones are very, you know, creation and destruction are kind of very vague. Like, you mean destruction, creation. While
it's like, I want a computer. Pow! Computer. I don't want this computer. Pow! You know, it's like...
why are we not going for that? Because that would be phenomenal. Well, but no.
Is that what you're thinking for creation and destruction? Did I nail it?
Yeah. Okay. Pretty much. Like, you have, those are what those do. Then the relic of knowledge, wisdom. You know.
What do you think? What do you think that does?
Just, I don't know. I mean, all knowing. I guess you just know everything. Like, you're just baller. Like.
So if you possess it, then you just know.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know.
Because you don't have the relic.
As I have the relic, exactly. So, see, if I had the relic, I would know.
You know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know everything. I'd be smart. No. But choice, it's like, almost like, choice can mean so many different things in so many different ways. I mean, it's choice. I mean, it's almost like do what you want with it, my guy. So it's like, it's almost like it gives you...
super complicated.
And it's like, here's a relic. And then it's just like, what's this relic? Choice. So I'm like, you're like, choice of, and they're like, anything.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah. Choice of, yes. But I'm asking you what's the choices. It's yes. Like so if I go like this and I want everything to disappear, yes. But what if I want to add a Dairy Queen next to me also? Yes. What if I want to do that? Yes.
Well, because then that would fall under creation and destruction.
Oh, that's true. So you're right. I don't know then.
So
I don't know, bro. I can't tell you. But choices, it's so up in the air. I think that's why it's so powerful, because it's not very. It can be used in many ways, I think.
So I will tell you this. Pretty much the theory I had at this point of the show, because I had watched all the World of Remnant. I had watched up to this point.
Yeah.
I was pretty much thinking to myself that because in the World of Remnant, the king, or as we are assuming, is Ozpin.
Yeah.
Right, because it's not directly stated that that the king was him, you know. But come on, we all know.
Yeah.
So in that picture, he had a crown. Right, he was a green character because you had the Atlas King, you had the Vacuo King, you had the Haven King, and then you had the green.
And he was green,
but he had a yellow crown and a yellow sword. Right, so they were very distinctive things, you know.
Yeah.
So what do you think the sword would be?
Is Cain?
Well, no, it was a sword.
Oh, I don't. Oh, sword is the destruction.
Destruction. Yeah. Okay. So what do you think the crown would be?
Knowledge.
Think it's knowledge?
I mean, I could be wrong, but
where was he from though? What were the kingdom's alliances? So you may not. I'll just tell you. It was Vale and Vacuo.
Yeah, Vacuo. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And then you had
Mantle.
Atlas, Mantle, and Haven.
Haven. Okay.
Right. Or Mistral. I'm sorry. Mistral.
Yeah, Mistral.
So, but if Vale, which is where he is, and he had the choice, and he was partnered with Vacuo, who we now know has destruction, that crown was
destruction? Or no, creation?
No.
Choice?
Choice. So he had choice.
Yeah.
So at this point, at the end of the war, everyone was like bowing to him.
Yeah.
Right? He pretty much ended the war. You know, he was the warrior king, right? Because he had the sword. And then everyone was like trying to like be like, yeah, we'll rule underneath you. And then it was like, but no, I don't want that. I want democracy. So could it
choice?
So what I was thinking is that maybe it's like
he can deter other people's choices. Is that
that's what I was thinking? Yeah. That's what I was thinking. It can affect.
That's why
it can affect
that's OP,
choice.
because if Salem had the choice, he could make everyone be like, "Yo, follow Salem." You know, I got the wave.
But I don't know.
But
right?
could be wrong. Yeah.
Like I said, at this point,
that's good though.
That was my theory at this point.
Yeah, that's
right?
a good one.
Although I was also just kind of watching the show very fast, so I was just kind of going.
Yeah, you didn't have the analytics.
I was just watching the show, just like anyone else was just like, oh, sit down, watch the show, and then later when you rewatch, you're like, oh my gosh, I see so much. Versus when I'm watching stuff now,
we break everything down.
Ever since I started doing reactions, maybe like I don't know 6 months ago, which I started and then I kind of stopped. But then I'm back.
Yeah.
And I'm going strong, but
back at it.
And I'm not stopping either. So ever since I got in that mindset, everything I watch, whether it's a movie or TV show or a video game or anything I'm watching, I have the reactor's mindset, and I'm like, what does this mean? What does this say? What does it do?
Yeah, I got you.
So although I watched this last year before I was in this mindset, after rewatching it, I had pretty much came up with this conclusion. So that's where I was.
Gotcha.
Oh, and then we have all of the we have Lionheart and Raven talking.
Yep.
Raven used the portal to get to Crow. Crow was at Haven, so flew over to Lionheart, said, hey, this is the plan. You will ambush. And they said, okay, I will ambush. So he made the call, and then now he's like, I've done things terribly, you know, I'm a terrible person, all this other stuff. And she's like, no, man up, you did what you had to do. And he's like, who are you trying to convince? You know, it's like, it's like you're lying to yourself. Or so. And then we had
the fight.
We had the fight, Ilya versus Blake. She lit the so here a lot of people were like really confused. Because you're like, oh, she's a faunus. She can see in the dark. Yes, but Ilya is a chameleon, so she made herself just as dark as the surroundings. So she blended in even more, right? It's like to remove the color and then made herself shadow. Yeah. So
I mean, that's like the whole Predator thing. I mean, you ever seen the original Predator? You probably haven't.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I had Arnold. Yeah,
Arnold. He masked himself with cold mud. Yeah. Because it sees in thermal. It sees in whatever that's called.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And he covers his heat with mud, so he sits against a tree and it can't see him because he's covering himself. Yeah. The same thing. Like she's covering herself with darkness, so when she goes to use her night vision, she just sees darkness. She's seeing through dark, so
we had two clips. She used the fire one to shoot the thing, and this is where it was premeditated that she was going to use ice, right? Because she had two clips in her pocket. Yeah. So when right here she froze, she thought the ice bullets and froze her cannon. Right?
Yeah.
So she's like, "You're making all the wrong choices. You know, like you need to make the right choices." What is it?
Huh? I mean, okay, first of all, if I got stabbed in the back, I'm like going crazy. I'm like, ah!
That's what he.
Yeah. I mean, he ate. Okay, first of all, he did that for like half a second, and then he was like, "Get off me."
Well, he's probably also because like you said he's a faunus or an animal person, if you would.
Yeah.
So he's probably in that adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
And animal instinct mode where it's like, even though my arm just got, destroyed, I don't feel it. I'm only thinking about destroying.
When you're in when they're in the heat of battle and that survival instinct kicks in, you like half the time you don't even feel like you ever seen there's like movie scenes things where people are like they don't even realize they got shot until after the fact. They're like oh, I got shot. What the heck? When did that happen?
I think that happened in Forrest Gump, didn't it?
Yeah,
he's like, I got shot in the buttocks.
Yeah,
or something like that.
No, he felt that because he dropped as soon as he got shot in the butt.
Oh, okay.
He got shot because he was trying to run away. And he got shot in the butt and he fell. And he's like, oh, yeah,
okay,
yeah. But yeah, no.
So we had this pretty epic fight. We had the gunchucks again.
Yeah, as soon as we just talked about them to the beginning of the episode. Gunchucks.
Yeah.
Son's a dog.
I also wanted to see the other part. And this part.
That part's pretty nasty.
Because just think about your fists. Like those. That's not.
I mean, it's like Bloody Knuckles to the extreme. Because when you're playing Bloody Knuckles with your friends, it's like you gradually build up. Those dudes are full on socking each other's fists.
Plus they're big.
Yeah,
they're fighters.
Yeah, nah.
Which I mean, I can understand because after fighting the body hardening, you won't feel it necessarily as much.
Yeah.
Plus, if you punch properly, then it won't hurt as much.
Yeah, I understand that, but still, I mean, that's knuckle on knuckle action, dude. Knuckle to a knuckle. Oof.
But then the younger one died. The older brother lived.
Yep.
Blake gives her speech. She's like, "I'm going."
Yeah.
Like this is what happens. You know.
Yep. No matter who it is.
Because you have White Fang here, you have police, you have all the people, and they're like, "Yeah." So we're going.
And then Ilya says, "I'll follow." And then
they my mans.
There's the dude from the dock that joint geeked. He was like, "Yeah, you look really good." And his mom's like, "Get over here now." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Hold on, what's his name? I know his name because they've said it, but I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now we're going. Then they're like, "Oh yeah, we have a ship captain who owes us a favor because they saved the ship."
Yeah.
I mean, they put it in a position where the ship could kill it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So without them, they couldn't do it. They didn't necessarily kill the thing, but they made it so that it could be killed.
The captain was like, "All right, load it." And they just blasted it.
So that is where we're at right now. The Belladonna household physically is burning down, but the people are all fine.
Yep.
Right?
Well,
I mean, he's got a stab wound. Luckily, it didn't go deep.
Yeah.
Because that's the same size as his heart, and it could have.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been rough, right through the heart.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, dude got his head crushed. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Which one was that? Corsic or Finnick that died?
Corsic.
Corsic died. Okay.
Yeah. So like I said, the Belladonna situation is done. They have 2 weeks before. Like I said, their timelines are different. So they're 2 weeks behind.
Yeah.
Right. They are going to they're going to train the people. They're going to transport them to Haven. They're going to go to protect. Right.
Yeah.
They've this is what they've said. They're going to get signatures.
Yeah.
Off they go. Right.
Yep.
And then we have 2 days, or actually, not 2 days, because. It would be tomorrow because they're like, yeah, tomorrow night we're gonna go meet up at the school, right? And that was supposed to be the night of the full moon. 2 weeks. The Faunus are supposed to get there.
Yeah.
All the ambush is supposed to happen on Crow and the squad.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready for this.
So we're gonna move on. Help us out with all the algorithm stuff. It helps push my videos forward.
Yes, sir.
But appreciate it. Love you guys. And we will see you in the next one.
Deuces.